welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get to that mask I was telling you all about. We go ahead and put on the little Bremen mask we've got here. We got to go clear across to the cuckoo building. It's a little ranch so we can go check out what we're doing here. Kind of annoying that we have to run this slow, but later we get masks that fix that. We're going to get one now. It's called the Bunny Hood. If you guys have played Smash Brothers, you can get that as an item, and it actually helps you a ton. So what happens in here is we're going to use the little Bremen mask to make his cuckoos grow up. Like, he's lamenting that they're not getting older. They're not going to grow up, essentially. So we're going to fix that. We basically get to go round up all the little chicks and with their little Pied Piper tune, which you'll see here in just a minute. Love the dude's hair. That mohawk's bitchin'. So yeah, we're gonna help Grog now. He's in our notebook, so we're gonna help him out. And as soon as we get near the little guys, they start following you. It's kind of annoying because we have to only move this speed, otherwise they don't follow you. Once you collect them all, though, they'll all start growing up really fast. So there they go, they're following along here. Love how they don't seem to be fazed by the earth shaking from the moon. Let's make sure. Oh, there's one. There we go. Gotta remember that Z button's very handy for getting you're basically centered again. Now remember, we're doing this for that bunny hood, and it's extremely worth it, so I'm willing to take the time to move this slow, because I don't... If you let go of the march, they just scatter, and you don't want to do that. Because then you have to round them all up again. It's a pain in the butt, so... As soon as we get them all, they'll start leveling up, or not leveling up, Jesus, I'm thinking of different games. They'll start to grow up really fast, because that's what the mask does. There, I think that's our last little guy over here. There we go, starting to get full cuckoos. I imagine he's playing a little tune as he's singing to himself. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. There we go. That sound triggers the event we're looking for here. Made this guy happy in his last days. Now this is the mask that will basically make our lives a lot easier. And now we've added a little sticker to the book for helping him out. Let's go ahead and take off that Bremen mask here, because we're not going to use that again for a while. Now you normal Link running speed, and you pop the bunny hood down and he hauls ass. I'm going to throw bombs as well. I love his little floppy ears. Flap, 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 flap. Alright, let's do this. You'll also jump farther when you use with the mask on, which is good to have. Like, it just helps you out all over the place. Now, what I didn't do, I gotta go find... There's an owl statue. Every time you come across an owl statue, be sure to get it, because they're lifesavers. It's also the first time you'll actually notice that the Zelda games have... I think it's the first time anyway. It's a fast travel system. You get the Song of Soaring, where you warp between owl statues, and that just saves time, because every time you use the Song of Time, it literally puts you back in Clock Town every time. So just gonna move on here and find that owl statue. Not sure how I missed it, really. There it is. Yep, I ran right past it. There we go, so that's now you can talk to it if you want. That's how you save your game, obviously. These bushes here will always have a big magic jar and a fairy in there, so as we get bottles, we'll be able to farm the hell out of that later. So let's go ahead and head back to Clocktown here. I'm going to deposit the rupees and basically go back in time, and then we'll go ahead and get to the swamp. Yeah, that, as I'm running through here, it just saves so much time. Oh, actually, there's something else I was going to show you guys. There is a hole. There's a heart piece in here, I believe. We gotta beat this guy, though. Just stay on the root side here. It's fairly easy. It's not, you don't have to worry about too much. Just stay away from those blades. Because if you remember in Ocarina of Time, you fought one of these and it destroys your shield big time. So this is literally how it's gonna go. Just stay away from those blades. There we go. Fancy golden chest. Might as well use his little spinny attack, but I guess there's nothing in those. My favorite sound effects ever. Do-do-do-do. Yep, love it, love it. Okay, so there's our third heart piece. Which sucked. I wish I would have nailed that log chopping, because we would have had an extra heart by now. Yeah, you can see how much faster it is just traveling around with that bunny hood. It's incredible to have that, and you know, Link looks freaking adorable with bunny hairs. Let's throw that money back in there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and go back to the beginning of the entire thing, so we have plenty of time to get through the swamp area and the dungeon. It also saves our game, which is nice since we've done a lot of hard work pretty fast. You'll notice every time, you can always tell in this screen what you're losing, because there goes like Deku Nuts and bombs. That's everything you're losing every time. So always be sure to drop off your rupees, because it helps you restock. So yep, back to the dawn of the first day, which is great. Alright. Let's just get right down to it here. Now they stop you every time you warp back in time, because they don't... You have to make sure you're a kid when you go out here, because they need to see that you have a sword and you're not a little wuss. Just tear ass down, straight down to the swamp here. There it is. This is what we need to see. Here's the scene I was talking about. It's kind of a bit of a recap or a flashback to a little bit about the Skull Kid and how Tattle and Tail know who it is. Basically, yeah, the Skull Kid was ditched by apparently people he thought were his friends, which I'm guessing which put a little darkness in his heart, and that's where he became evil, I would assume, and then he decided to be a thief. Oh yeah, it seems kind of sweet. Yeah, they huddle around each other for warmth, trying to stay alive. And then he makes two new friends, but then he starts being evil and a douchebag who likes to moon you every time. Every time you go to the observatory to get the moon tier, which if you want that Deku leaf in the town square, that's what you'll need to do. Let's go there to get the moon tier. You'll have to look at Skull Kid's butt every time, and then the moon tier drops. So you can go and drop that off. Yeah, so sounds like from what Tattle's saying here, he was pretty much just a dick to his friends. There we go. That's how he got Majora's Mask. Alright, so let's get to it here. I'm going to go ahead and get another heart piece here right at the beginning. There's a tree with some birds flying around, which we'll take care of. Yeah, you can kind of see the heart piece just up in the tree there. So there's those. Let's go ahead and get our Deku mask on here. What sucks is you can't use the bunny hood when you have another mask on like this that changes your shape. You just can't. Whoop, we're going to be attacked here. Let's take care of business. Alright, let's try and take this guy. Then we can climb the vines up there. There we go. I don't know if the bunny hood makes you climb any faster, so... Yep, a little bit. That's nice. Let's climb up there and grab our heart piece. There we go. We got an extra heart finally. Alright. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for another episode. Next we'll get onto the swamp here and we can get some more... get an extra song and we'll start being able to warp around. Alright, see you next time.